everyone. Now, I will discuss our research on the dynamic interactions between agriculture, manufacturing, and natural resources in Thailand's economy. Using a vector autoregression model, we examine how these sectors interrelate and influence economic growth, providing valuable policy insights for balanced and sustainable development. Introduction. Economic development involves the complex interplay of various sectors, such as agriculture, manufacturing, and natural resources. For Thailand, which has transitioned from an agrarian to a more industrialized economy, understanding these intersectoral relationships is crucial for policymaking. Historically, agriculture played a central role in Thailand's economy, providing food security, employment, and raw materials. However, its contribution to GDP has declined as the country has shifted towards a manufacturing-driven economy. This evolution necessitates a closer examination of how changes in agricultural productivity affect the economy and interact with other sectors, particularly manufacturing. The manufacturing sector is now a pivotal component of Thailand's economic growth, characterized by higher productivity, technological advancements, and increased employment opportunities. However, challenges such as global competition and supply chain disruptions can impact its stability. In addition, natural resources play a significant role in Thailand's economy, contributing to GDP and providing essential inputs for other sectors. However, reliance on natural resources carries risks, including price volatility and environmental concerns. This study aims to explore these dynamics using a VAR model to provide insights into the complex interdependencies among agriculture, manufacturing, and natural resources. Methodology. This study employs the VAR model to analyze the dynamic interrelationships among key economic sectors in Thailand, focusing on total natural resources rents, TNR, GDP per capita, manufacturing value added, MVA, and agriculture, forestry, and fishing value added, AFF. The VAR model captures the linear interdependencies among these variables, allowing for a comprehensive understanding of how changes in one sector affect others over time. The data used in this analysis spans from 1972 to 2020 and is sourced from the World Bank database. Results and discussion. The analysis reveals several important findings. Natural resources and GDP. The results indicate that total natural resources rents, TNR, significantly impact GDP, affirming the importance of natural resources in Thailand's economic development. However, the relationship between natural resources and GDP is complex. While TNR contributes positively to GDP and other sectors in the short term, its long-term effects can be mixed. This finding suggests that over-reliance on natural resources can lead to economic volatility if not managed sustainably. Manufacturing as a growth driver. The manufacturing sector, MVA, emerges as a crucial driver of economic growth. The VAR model shows that manufacturing has a strong self-reinforcing effect, with its past values significantly influencing its current state. Additionally, MVA receives positive impacts from TNR and GDP, indicating that manufacturing benefits from natural resource utilization and overall economic growth. Agriculture's moderate role. The role of agriculture, forestry, and fishing, AFF, is found to be more moderate compared to manufacturing and natural resources. While agriculture remains important, its influence on other economic variables is less pronounced. This finding is consistent with structural transformation theories that suggest a shift from agriculture to manufacturing as economies develop. Although agriculture does not drive economic growth to the same extent as manufacturing, it continues to play a vital role in providing food security, employment, and raw materials. Intersectoral dynamics. The VAR model and impulse response analysis highlight the interdependencies among agriculture, manufacturing, and natural resources. Positive shocks to TNR and GDP have significant and lasting impacts across sectors. For example, an increase in TNR positively affects GDP, AFF, and MVA in the short term, indicating that natural resource rents contribute to economic growth. However, the effects on manufacturing are short-lived, suggesting the need for a balanced approach to policy making that considers these sectoral interdependencies. Impulse response analysis. The impulse response functions illustrate the effects of shocks in one variable on others. A positive shock to TNR leads to an increase in GDP and moderate effects on AFF and MVA, reflecting the short-term benefits of natural resource rents. Similarly, a shock to GDP positively impacts TNR, AFF, and MVA, indicating that economic growth benefits these sectors, with the most significant effects observed in TNR and MVA. In contrast, a positive shock to AFF has a less pronounced effect on the overall economy, suggesting that while growth in agriculture is beneficial, it is not as impactful as shocks in TNR or GDP. Policy implications. The study's findings have important implications for policy making in Thailand. Sustainable resource management. Given the significant role of natural resources, policies should focus on sustainable extraction practices and the establishment of robust regulatory frameworks. This approach would mitigate the risks associated with overdependence on natural resources, such as price volatility and environmental degradation. Economic diversification. To reduce reliance on natural resources, policymakers should prioritize diversification strategies that support manufacturing and other sectors. Investment in infrastructure, education, and the development of a business-friendly environment can attract foreign investment and stimulate economic growth. Agricultural modernization. Despite its moderate role, agriculture remains essential for food security and employment. Modernizing farming practices, improving supply chain efficiencies, and providing smallholder farmers with access to finance and technology can enhance agricultural productivity, supporting overall economic stability.